Hello and welcome to the Battle of Stones River. This is my 127th live game on my live game server, and it's a reprisal of the very first live game I ever ran on this server. So it's got a new map, a new game, and we're looking forward to it. All right, so I am here on the Confederate left wing. Got their cavalry commander Wheeler and divisional commander Breckenridge on the far left. It is a cold December morning. The light is barely starting to shed across the battlefield. The men are a little bit miserable, but ready for a fight, as you are aware that the Union Army has marched in recently to the north. What are your orders? We'll start with Wheeler.
The men are to form up into column and begin advancing down the road.
Just straight ahead.
For my Wharton's brigade, once we hit the first intersection, they are to detach and to scout down the road towards Grismer until they either face enemy contact or until they reach the town. If they face enemy resistance, they are to fall back to friendly lines.
Okay.
And then the rest of my division will just rally up at Smith's near the second intersection.
Okay. Breckenridge, what are your orders?
All right. We're going to get the division moving. I guess it's west, right? Up the road. First Brigade.
Hold on. Give me 1 second. Sparty, that's Breckenridge's troops.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. He's a player, so I'm getting his orders.
I forgot he was a player. Okay, that makes sense.
Okay.
Hey James, 2 of my players didn't show.
One message said he's on his way, so
okay.
You'll have 2 in a second.
So it's 5 if they're...
Sorry about that. Another umpire started moving your units, and I'm like, how is he doing that without orders? Okay. What are your orders?
Yeah, we're going to get the brigades, the division moving west, I guess, up the road here, right? That's the correct direction,
yeah.
I'm assuming. First Brigade, then Second Brigade, and then get the artillery moving behind them. But essentially their goal is to reach the halfway between the first and second intersection at Smith's.
Okay.
If they can get there in one turn, they're going to turn right and form up.
And where are you going to be?
I will follow along the head of the column.
Okay, got it. So you guys will be separate next turn, but you can stay together for now. All right.
Okay.
Got it. Thank you. So we don't have a dispatch umpire, so everyone's on their own forwarding dispatches. As a reminder.
I'm just gonna move Hardy to Breckenridge because the orders he gave me kind of sound like he wanted to micromanage Breckenridge's troops.
The one person that has a player.
Yeah, for whatever reason.
They can co-locate. They'll figure it out.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Is everyone? I guess, who are we waiting on? Langbart still. But Langbart had a last-minute fill-in, so he's probably figuring out the team's plan and then his own orders. Yeah, that's where he is right now.
Is the Union the attacking side?
They both are. So the Confederates know the Union are arriving, so they have a window to take out the Union before Crittenden fully arrives and deploys. So they're being aggressive. But the Union kind of has to buy time, and then they get to be aggressive once Crittenden's here. So it's kind of a back and forth match. But I think the Union deployed very smartly because they didn't put anything off to the west for the Confederates to hit early on. So by the time the Confederates finally get them, Crittenden's going to be pretty well on the field. Oh, this artillery.
Are these skirmishers?
Looks like it.
Should I erase the
Yeah, well, I was about to erase it all once we're all done. Are the guns ordered to fight or fire, I presume?
The
Not
Union ones,
necessarily.
no. The Union ones are not ordered to fire.
Okay. What about the Confederate
He's
ones?
scouting out with the cavalry first, and then he's gonna see what from there.
What about
He
the?
wouldn't know about. He didn't know about the cavalry yet.
Well, I think the
Just showed
guns
up.
would fire if they saw the cavalry.
I think we'll hold them off for a turn and let the skirmishers do their thing, and then
Okay, that's fine. I'll just do a little smoke there then.
Screenshot now since I'm so far from the battle.
Yeah, let me erase everything. So it's 6:30.
All right,
Yeah.
so do I make the screenshot smaller because it's not fully light?
You can do it from now on. You can do it bigger.
Okay.
It's gonna be pretty limited for most, like up to the tree line, wherever they're at.
Is it 5? Is that what we're doing right now? 5 grids?
Normally out to 10, depending where they're at. But like, for example, for McCook, he probably wouldn't see beyond that tree line.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
Well,
Especially since it's a hill.
yeah.
what do cavalry start with? 2
To what? Vision?
morale.
Yes. Or yeah.
I'm just asking because this guy starts with 3 from the same area.
Oh.
The Union are mostly more tired because they've been marching.
I'm pretty sure all the cavalry starts with 3 still.
You have some that have 4. I'll put them at 4.
Has everyone done their movements and stuff?
Yeah.
I have done my movements.
All right, I think we can do screenshots then.
So it's 6:30 now.
I can do Hardy since it's the same as Breckenridge.
Sounds good.
What's the new time?
6:30.
Okay, great. We can set screenshots now?
Yeah. Actually, Breckenridge can join Hardy. All right,
Hello?
General Wheeler, you step off, moving past farms and muddy, frosted fields, and are arriving at the Smith home with no contact or any enemy seen yet so far.
Okay. I will. Wharton's brigade is to form out of column in case of enemy as they continue down the road. The rest of my troops, we will just continue heading north past Smith's in our column.
All right.
That's all I got.
All right, thank you.
My guys haven't shaken out fast at all. I went at quick step. I don't like it. I want that Ford that's in front of us, so I'm going to move faster.
All right, hello, gentlemen. So, Breckenridge, as you no doubt notice, Hardy has joined you.
Yes.
Your division has stepped off and is moving up the road, reaching the intersection now, following the cavalry ahead of you. You can hear sounds of skirmishing somewhere to the northeast, but no contact has been made with the enemy anywhere around here, as far as you can tell.
Who's in front of us, James? I'm sorry.
That's Wheeler's
Wheeler.
cavalry.
Okay. Do I know what formation they're in?
They're just in column,
Very well.
going down the road.
So they're mounted. Okay. Okay. All right.
All right, Breckenridge, I'll take your orders.
Yeah, we're just going to continue moving west up the road, halfway between the next, not this next intersection, but the one by Smith's farm. And then once we reach there, we're going to right into the opening and form up
Facing which
in
direction?
line, facing north. Sorry, my directions are messing with me.
Yeah.
Facing north.
Okay. Got it. All right, Hardy, what are you doing?
Yeah, we're shaking out in the line, and we're advancing. I'm not the quick. I can't overrun the cavalry, so we'll stay at the quick, and we want to advance towards the ford.
Now
They need to
remember,
be shaking it. Go
you
ahead.
are a corps commander, so
Yeah.
you've got three divisional commanders. One's a player who's here. Your other two are
Oh, good.
NPC. So you've got McCown and you've got Claiborne. So your orders should basically be divisional level
For everybody.
orders to them.
Okay.
So I don't
didn't
need
know
to
I had
know.
them.
Yeah.
No, then proceed. Previous order stand. Sorry.
All right.
I didn't realize I had two others.
Yeah, so you got two. So Breckenridge, of course, you can send him orders and be with him even, but he will continue to do whatever his orders were.
Yep.
You may want to stay with one or both of your NPCs further.
Yep.
Northeast.
Go ahead and put me with. I don't have him in front of me.
You can bring it back to McCown. He's closest.
Yep. Closest. Yep.
Yeah. So just to clarify, so your orders would be like as if you're talking to or sending a courier to the divisional commanders, and then they'll handle their
Correct.
regiments and everything else.
Yep.
So
They'll take care of that. I was on the wrong level of command in my mind. Yep.
No
They'll
worries.
take care of it. Just keep going
James.
forward.
James, quick question for dispatches. Who am I? Am I tagging you?
Yeah, but you don't need to tag me. I'm doing it, but I'll just get it if I see it in
Okay.
our channel.
All right. Perfect.
All right. I'll see you later. Thank you.
Thanks.
Is there any combat to roll? Not yet.
Can McCook like see far now? Now that he's on like the hill or something?
Yeah, he would. I would show him like the edges of the units in the trees.
All right,
Yep.
great. So like 8.
Yeah, I'd show him like the front half edges of all the, like halfway into the tree line, basically.
Got it.
I need to promote Langbart and Sparty.
I think Thomas or Rosecrans should either pull back or pull some more of their other men forward. They're kind of just sitting there.
Maybe they're meant to like, I don't know, draw out the Confederates or something. I don't know.
Hey.
I got.
Oh, they think that Polk is hardy right now, currently.
That's funny.
I'm more surprised the Confederates aren't being very aggressive.
Yeah, they need to be more aggressive right now.
Well, they are.
Adopted the most defensive position I've ever seen.
I guess they're moving a division on the left wing, but that's actually really it.
They're kind of like, are they trying to do like a wide flank attack? So that's what they're trying to do.
Pretty much, yeah.
But that's it. Like
They're
all
gonna
their
run
units
straight into
are not-
Crittenden.
Yeah,
Like,
I was
all
wondering if this was
the-
their plan, and it does seem to be what they wrote as their plan, so
Ooh.
guess we'll see.
The Confederate plan?
The
Yeah.
Confederates are trying to cross the ford down here.
Yeah, they basically wanted one division, which we're seeing right now, to move with their cavalry to attack the Union left, and only after that had results did they push with the rest of their men.
If all the Americans just push the turnpike, that's like half their force is stuck in Perkins or Smiths or whatever, and the entire Union force just going straight towards Murfreesboro. Gonna be very interesting.
They would probably break through, but they'd have to do it quickly.
James, will you do the combat for the cavalry there?
Yeah, I already did it.
Perfect.
All right, can we send screenshots?
Yeah, is there any combat anywhere else? Doesn't look like it.
I don't believe
Are
so.
they? Oh, I guess those guns just moved up. Okay. All right, screenshot, 7 o'clock. Hardy is back on his own, so whoever had Hardy has him again. Oh, and I gotta. Oh, never mind. Let's see, that was from Bragg.
Literally, no one's moving. I don't have to make a single screenshot for Sheridan.
Thomas sent a message, I'm guessing, to all the other generals. Do I just give it to all the other generals?
Yeah, just copy everyone.
All right, I'll go ahead and get orders.
Oh my god, I'm so rusty.
Make sure to mention artillery fire. I think we got artillery, don't we? I guess a little bit from this cavalry fight here. Just
yeah.
mention the direction of the fighting.
Which is west. West.
Depending where they are, yeah. All right, General Wheeler. You continue north along the road, coming up on the home of General Smith, I guess, alongside Puckett Creek. To your east, you can hear the sounds of musket fire and even the pounding of artillery not far away. In fact, in the direction of where you expect Wharton's brigade to be. Some of your vedettes have come back from the north, and they say they've spotted Union troops not far ahead of you, just beyond the next grouping of trees. He thinks it's Crittenden's corps.
Okay. We will have both of my Wheeler brigades and my artillery to form up here, dismount and to spread out to skirmish here at General Smith's.
To the
facing north.
Facing north, I guess on the north
Yeah.
side of it.
Yeah, like along the north side where the intersection is.
Just past the intersection. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I will take Buford's brigade, and then we will recon towards the east where Grismer is at in order to identify the enemy.
Okay. Got it.
And I have a dispatch to be sent off.
Yeah. Just write it and I'll forward it.
Thank you.
All right, General Breckenridge. The General Hardy has left, heading back east, leaving you to your own devices. Your men are arriving at the Smith home and starting to deploy into line. And you can hear sounds of musket fire and even artillery fire to your north. And it looks like the cavalry is engaged there. That's about it as far as things going on.
Good. So 2nd Brigade can form up to the left of 1st Brigade there, just north of Smith's Farm. I want the artillery to keep moving quickly so they can take the road as much as they can before they start forming up, so they can
turn north there on that intersection next to Smith's. And then I'm going to take 3rd Brigade and have them turn north now at that intersection to move north to support the cavalry engagement that's going on there, with 4th Brigade following, and 5th Brigade. So that entire column south of that intersection can turn north. And then probably next turn this will happen, but then I'm going to get the entire division moving in unison north.
Okay. Got it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Did the other Union guy ever show up? No, not Union, Confederate.
I think the funniest part is the 1st Division is still all the way back there, and there have been no orders for them to move up. Like, they're all just sitting.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna put Withers back.
Epic sit down.
We have a dispatch umpire.
No, we're all
No.
everyone's doing their own dispatches.
Oh, am I supposed to be doing dispatch for my players?
Yeah, if they write something, forward it on.
Okay. Rosecrans. Where is that guy?
Rosecrans is
30
here.
minutes. Okay, yeah, that's 30 minutes away. Alright, I'll just send it 0730.
Oof. Let's see, that's 3.
So we have a little thing with the cavalry here. They want to break contact and move north to Gizmer, reunite with the last unit.
Wait, who's the whole? Everyone here is breaking contact.
Yes, he
Oh.
said he wants to break contact.
I just rolled for that. Okay, and they're moving north.
To Gizmer. So he wants to send some dispatches. But I would guess if they don't go directly west, no, directly east, they will be just intercepted because he's probably surrounded.
Who's he sending it to?
I'm not sure yet.
He
He's
would.
still typing.
I mean, he would.
Rosencrans and Crittenden. Crittenden will be intercepted. Rosencrans.
Yeah, if you want for fun, you can copy it into Wheeler's channel. All right, so
You can send it to Rosecrans.
I will deliver Rosencrans. The other one I will let be intercepted.
Where is it at?
Okay, contact broken. Is that the only fighting? Oh, we got fighting over here. Sean, are you doing this combat down here?
Oh, I didn't know they were shooting till just now.
Yeah. Sorry.
Where'd the dice get to?
I moved them. Here's some more.
Oh, found some. Thanks. Where are they shooting at? Did they
That's
give
at the
a...
infantry along the. So probably this one.
All right. No effect.
All right. So, yep. It's now 7:30. Screenshots. All right, General Wheeler. You have your old brigade, or your own brigade, I guess you command them directly, deploy along with the guns east of the Smith farmstead, and take Buford and his men and continue east. And as you do so, Union cavalry come into view under the General Stanley. They're riding east past the Grissomer farm. You were hearing fighting to their south, but that has mostly ended, and they're basically headed right at you. You do receive a rider coming from the west, sent from Wharton, and he informs you that he engaged 2 squadrons of Union cavalry plus artillery. But as he looks at the cavalry you see right now, and he says, "Oh yeah, that's them. That's who Wharton was engaging." You hear additional artillery fire further east, somewhere a couple miles away, and that's it.
Okay, I will send a rider to go back and grab my 2 of my Wheeler Brigade's cavalry and leave my artillery there for the time to join up with Buford. And then once we're all here, we are to begin an attack onto Stanley's cavalry.
Okay. Got it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, the courier asked any orders for Wharton, or
They are to just rejoin us at General Smith.
okay. Thank you. All right, General Breckinridge. The first and second brigade arrive and deploy into line, with the artillery moving up the road beyond them. The remaining brigades take the turn north and are heading towards the cavalry. But even as they're heading that way, you can hear and somewhat see that the fighting there has lessened significantly to the point of no more fighting. And a courier sent from Wharton, he's actually on his way to Wheeler, but he informs you as he passes by, and he says they were engaged with 2 squadrons plus a battery of Union cavalry. They're pretty heavily outnumbered, but as he was, well, actually, no, he wouldn't know that from when he's leaving. And then he leaves and continues on his way to Wheeler.
Okay.
In addition to that, you can hear more artillery fire somewhere to the northeast, but far away.
Understood.
You're
Okay. So orders. I want to get first and second brigade moving north. That with their goal is to catch up to. Is that third brigade leading that column? Yeah, right. Catch up to third brigade, but essentially maintain this line and move directly north. Artillery can. I don't want them too far ahead, so they can lessen the pace. Essentially, keep up with first and second brigade, and then the artillery right on the road to the south. They can turn right, follow the third, fourth, and fifth brigade there as well. And those 3 brigades moving. If the fight's done, that's great. They can continue moving and supporting that cavalry. Hopefully Wheeler ordered that cavalry to continue screening. But yeah, I want them moving north. Continue moving north up that road.
Okay, and where are you going?
I will go with. I want to go with the third, fourth, and fifth brigade there on that road, next to the Wheeler's cavalry.
Got it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Stanley might be in trouble soon.
Oh, Thomas's cavalry's going up there. You see what's going on.
All right, we're gonna have to flip all this.
Who had Stanley? That's Langbar. He's not here yet.
We'll say 5.
Oh man. Stanley might have to go cross country. Or try to hide in the woods.
Yeah, jump into the woods. We'll see.
I'll say they moved up a tad bit more, but only a tad.
This artillery should be able to fire on the Union.
No, they just formed up. They went their maximum movement distance.
Yeah,
so-
what about the Confederate artillery, though?
I think they've always been formed up like that, so they should be able to fire. If
Oh, no, these are so big.
they want to, I guess.
Yeah, they're fine. Okay, you're
Okay,
moving
we're
into
gonna have this moved up a
Into-
tad bit.
8 o'clock.
It's not like they were doing anything. Actually, no, the order would have been delayed. I'm gonna move them back a bit.
Huh.
Yeah, we'll move them here. There you go. That'll account for the delay.
Stanley's gonna. I guess he could escape into the trees, but he's about to be in big trouble.
When we go last stand.
I guess he'll delay a lot, though. Hopefully he's
Grinton
in.
then needs to.
Damn. Well,
Grinton then needs to rush south and then east.
Okay, I'm gonna start getting screenshots.
All the combat over.
Yeah, I think. Well, I'm doing artillery up here, but it's mostly done.
Yeah, I'm done.
Yep, you can. So the artillery's starting to fire on Crittenden, just so you know, Langbart.
Okay, yeah.
That horse artillery.
He moved one of his units to cover the road.
Yep.
That has attached artillery, so
Yeah, that artillery will fire back next turn. Okay, 8 o'clock.
yes, second I just need to move a lot still. And tokens always fall off.
Okay. Oh, I guess he would be able to see a wider portion of the tree line since he moved up, so I'm just gonna do a little bit beyond the tree line now. Is it Ohe? Is it Ohe 100?
Yep.
Okay, right.
Yes.
All right. All right, General Wheeler.
Mm-hmm.
You have Buford's men dismount, form line, and have pull your own brigade up. They arrive, also dismount. The enemy cavalry form up a defensive, almost a square. Horses in the middle, men all around the Grissomer farm. Some are facing west, and behind you to the west, your guns open fire, shooting at some unseen enemy that you can't see, but they're shooting at something. And you hear more and more artillery fire further east. There's battles really opening up in somewhere in that direction. What are your orders?
Well, I guess we'll just advance and begin engaging the enemy.
Alrighty.
Yep. And then for Wharton's brigade, whenever he arrives at General Smith's, to dismount and to defend the guns. And I will have a dispatch shortly.
Okay. Thank you. All right, General Breckenridge. You ride ahead and join the 3rd Brigade, and as you arrive, you find them deploying into line, and soon enough you see the reason why. Enemy cavalry are arrayed around the Grismer farm, kind of in like a, not really a square, more of a circle, but they're facing both west and south and east, forming up.
Carriage circle.
Yeah. And you can hear artillery fire to your northwest as well, even more to your northeast. The cavalry, Wheeler's cavalry, fell back and went west as you passed by.
Understood. So, all right. We'll get 3rd Brigade as soon as they're done forming up to move up and start engaging. And then I want, what is that, 4th Brigade to form up in the woods to their left, and 5th Brigade to form up to the right of 3rd Brigade and form a line there essentially to engage the cavalry. If the artillery has time, they can come in and set up in between the brigades to start laying down fire into Grismer Farm.
Got it.
And standing orders for the artillery and 1st and 2nd Brigade to essentially come north as far as they can hear now the soon to be fighting, and I'll join them shortly.
Got it. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
If you're crossing the ford,
Mhm.
Does that slow you down, or
Yeah, that's
should I
half.
consider it part of the road?
It slows you down to half speed.
No, like not at the river itself, but like at the road part of the river.
Yeah, still half.
Yeah, at forward.
Okay, okay. So in that case, 3 and then half after that, 3-ish.
Sandy wants to do weird things. He wants to limber up his cavalry and cover his artillery and covers it with his cav, and then move north.
Okay.
Do we allow him to do that?
North into the woods?
Yeah, basically go down. He wants to find his friends.
Okay, so he's limbering up, heading that way. Everything?
Yes, yeah, his cavalry should cover the artillery while it's limbering up.
Okay. I think I'm just gonna disrupt.
However you want to do that.
Yeah, I think they could get out. I gave them disruptions for the movement, but yeah, okay. Let's say these guys are chasing down that group. Okay.
Are those cannons gonna be firing as well? The two that just got there.
Usually, if they just got there, they wouldn't be.
Okay, okay. I just need you to roll combat for the 2v3 up north. I'm gonna go ahead and do the screenshot for Sheridan first.
Where's the combat?
The 3 cannons are
Oh,
firing.
I'll let Sean. Sean, you can do everything east of the river, basically. If that works for you.
That's fine by me.
Oh, is this cavalry?
And so
What is this?
this cavalry, he was here, and he said if they saw any artillery that they could charge, they would try to charge in, to cause some damage. So I'm
I
guessing
think
with these guys,
this infantry would move up
Yeah.
to cover them.
Yeah. Oh.
That was a good charge. We'll
That's got to
We'll
be
give
run
him
away.
half success. So they killed some of the artillerymen before they were run off by the infantry. Need some smoke.
And
That's a lot of cannons immediately firing. Are they allowed to just form up immediately and then
wait,
fire?
these guys? I don't know if they get a
These
roll.
guys and these guys. That's a lot of cannons just getting into the tree line.
Well, these guys, I don't know if they'd actually get a roll because they had to spend the entire move limbering up, moving over here, and then
Yeah, I don't think they
limbering
would.
down.
If they just
This
moved.
one I also want to ask about because it was here-ish. Like around here.
Was it limbered up over here?
Yeah.
Mm,
And this artillery should be getting a +1 for the enfilade fire on this infantry.
this one?
I don't know why that got decreased.
So are we gonna let them fire or?
These guys here?
No,
Yeah,
I
those
will
guys.
defer to your judgment.
Yeah, if they just moved, I say no.
Okay.
It's only 200 meters and
I mean, you can go ahead and put the firing on them.
Oh, it's
Just
only
don't roll
200
for
30
them.
meters, like
minutes.
this? Okay,
They
yeah.
moved from
Probably, yeah,
here
they
Oh,
can
put
to
them as
here.
firing. Just don't roll for them yet, and don't give them a don't give them a
Oh.
disruption yet.
True, we are doing a whole half hour, aren't we?
Yeah, I mean, it's a half
Yeah,
hour
we'll put
move.
that they're firing, but we're not gonna roll for them then.
The
they, like,
slowest
just-
artillery on Earth.
They like just set up, so they're just opening fire.
They're sleepy this morning.
That would take about, I don't know, 8 minutes to do in real life.
I mean, same thing with the Union cannons. They just formed up, didn't do shit yet, and now they're doing shit.
Oh wow.
Well, the Union cavalry also doing weird shit. They see the enemy, they move a little bit back. See more enemies set up. The enemy comes at them, and they get out of there.
I guess they're delaying them at least.
They're delaying them, but they don't inflict any damage at all.
If Bragg
And
just
if they
moved
wa-
his infantry up to this intersection, they'd be cut off.
I think the Confederates are probably spreading out too much.
All right, 8:30. Unless you have where the green arrows are, you can do screenshots.
Oh, no. I'm gonna erase those. There you go. I'll leave the dice in. No one cares about dice.
No, delete the dice.
Or let's move them off or throw them off to the side, throw them off the table.
I'm gonna remove this smoke there. Alright, now I'm gonna take a screenshot of. Alright, I'm gonna go give order. I'm gonna go give the rep.
All right, General Wheeler. The cowardly Union cavalry almost immediately begin limbering up their guns and retreating east down the road. Your men quickly move in, seeing opportunity about to slip down the way, and fire on them as they're leaving, inflicting pretty heavy casualties as they flee. To the south, you can see Breckinridge's division is there, advancing on them as well, though they're a little bit too late to catch them. To your west, your guns continue firing, and you can hear Union guns firing back at them. And that's it.
Hey. Buford's brigade is to actually just all the cav is to remount, and then we are to ride northwest, kind of following along the tree line, and then dismount when we're a few hundred yards away from those guns in order to engage them on foot.
Okay.
Where is Wharton's? Did the rider I send the Wharton's brigade come back yet?
No.
Okay. Well.
All right. Thank you. All right, General Breckinridge. Your 3 brigades are still deploying when the enemy cav basically turn tail and run, heading east down that road. Wheeler's cavalry is there, giving chase and inflicting casualties as they flee, but they're not able to prevent them from getting away. And your men are unfortunately a little bit too far away to capture them or engage them. You're muted.
You hate to see that. Sounds good. It's a beautiful sight to see there.
To your east, by the way, you can see that's McCown's 3rd Division.
Okay.
Moving across the clearing there.
Yeah, I was just going to ask you if that cavalry was mounted or not unmounted, but I guess now it doesn't even matter. Okay. Since they are formed up, as to not slow them down and have to change back into column, I want the entire division. The artillery can fall behind if they need to. They don't need the infantry doesn't have to wait for them. But I want those 3 brigades. I mean, moving north, continue moving north past Grismer as far as they can go, with orders to engage if they spot any enemies. And then I'm going to move myself up to 1st and 2nd Brigade and all that artillery up in the west, as far as I can go to get there this turn.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Then he makes a run for it. I'm not sure how much damage he takes by running past all those Confederate units. He specifically said he will take a shortcut between the roads, but still.
I'll give his units another
I have
disruption.
a lot of have a lot of artillery.
Alright, sorry, I'm back. What was gonna ask? How far is artillery range from this tree line?
Well, mile is a max for artillery, but that would be long distance.
Would they be able to shoot at the units in the back on the hill here?
Probably not.
Probably not? Okay.
Yeah. I don't think so.
I'm just asking because he wanted to put them out of cannon range. So I was just
Well, I don't
wondering
think
how
they
far.
would. Well, they can't see that far, so I don't think they would really try to target that far.
Okay, good.
Especially since they're up on a ridge.
Yeah, the rest of the cannons are just gonna fire again. I also moved third Sheridan up, so I'm gonna probably put him in the same channel now. Okay, Rosecrans. I'm gonna put. Can I move Sheridan to Thomas's channel now, or not Thomas? Who commands Roseau and Negley?
That's Thomas.
Okay. Well, in that case, no one's there. That's an actual player. I guess he's just gonna stay there.
Okay.
Yep.
So we're gonna have them move up a bit more, and they're gonna stop right.
There's a lot of artillery. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I know.
That's their
So
quote unquote
much.
grand battery.
Six.
I wonder what's gonna happen.
4 disruption.
6. Golly. To all of them?
No.
Did they even do any damage?
Yes.
Do.
Well, it's something.
So
This guy get rolled for yet?
lit
Yeah,
Look-
I did. I
look-
rolled it.
Rosecrans and Thomas. No, I mean they'll see that grand battery, but they're getting heavily pummeled right now.
Yeah, they need. I don't think they realize how bad the situation is yet. Well, I guess when they have thick artillery batteries firing on them, maybe
Yeah.
they'll realize they need to get more troops. So
Put it in this way: if they stay where they are, I'm going to be rolling for their death every turn. So,
okay.
so let them know.
Yeah,
Wait,
Bragg saw
like-
Rosecrans and
Oh.
immediately asked me if players can die.
All right, and then Hardy, that 4th Brigade would have shot at the cavalry as they ran by, so they got some shots in.
Yeah.
Is McCook? Do I have to roll for McCook dying, or he's fine?
Let him know he's at risk of dying too, where he's at, if he's going to sit there.
Okay.
So next turn we will, if he stays. All right, at 9 o'clock.
Oh shoot! I have to do screenshots. Ah. Yeah, you can probably see it that far. There you go. Alright, go ahead and give stuff.
All right, General Wheeler. You recall your men allowing the Union cavalry to escape to the east and make your way back northwest. As you approach the next tree line, where you can hear Union guns firing, you dismount once again and start advancing into the trees. The guns are only a few hundred yards ahead of you now, and you can tell more Union guns are firing than were before. Wharton's brigade arrives to protect your guns to your southwest, but they're under heavy artillery fire at the moment.
We are going to remount then immediately. Take back off to General Smith's Hill, and then we will re-limber our guns and Wharton's brigade and fall back behind it. For right now.
Okay.
I need to figure out how to get around that now.
Thank you. All right, General Breckenridge. Let's see. You leave orders with your other brigades to continue advancing north while you return to the 1st and 2nd. You find them advancing in line with the 1st starting to enter the tree line and the guns further to their west, not unlimbered at all. The sounds of fighting continue and artillery fire continue to grow to your northeast.
Understood. Yeah, the order for the 1st and 2nd Brigade and the artillery here is just simply to continue moving. They're going to form the reserve now since they're so far behind, and I want them to catch up to the front of to the front of 3rd Brigade, wherever they're at, probably past or at Grismer at this point.
Are they to stay in line and continue north?
No, because they're so far behind, they can change formation. I know that'll take some time, but at least they'll get moving. They can change formation and try to catch up. And form the reserve of 3rd, 4th, and 5th Brigades.
Do you want to move
and then I myself
through the trees
sorry.
or down to the road and then behind? It'll be fast.
Let's go. Yeah, let's go
road.
east so they can move faster. Yeah, let's go. Let's head east so they can move faster on the road to catch up.
Okay.
I myself will move back up to 3rd Brigade by Grismer there. See what's going on.
Got it.
Thank you.
The cannon's fully disengaged. I'm gonna say that they were in column when they were trading.
Now, from where they were, let's see, that's about a half mile. But they were off and they unlimbered, so they wouldn't be fully that far. I would show them like moving up the road to get to that point.
Yeah. We'll say this. Something like that.
Yeah.
Hey, just got disconnected.
Oh, okay. Have you done your turn yet?
Mostly, Stanley just wants to get to safety and talk to his CIC. And
okay, so
Sheridan
Sheridan
wants to
wanted
form
to
a line
co-locate with
south.
Sheridan wanted to co-locate with Thomas and Rosecrans. So if Rosecrans and Thomas are retreating, I'm gonna.
Yeah, he would have rode out, run into them, then they would have all come back together.
Yeah, they can co-locate.
Yeah.
Sorry, Langbart, what
Okay,
were you
I'm
saying?
gonna move him then.
Well,
Uh-oh.
yeah. He wanted to form a line going facing south with all his units. Yeah.
It's a giant mess now.
This is a very interesting situation.
Let's see, from where they were, let's see, 2.5, they were in line before, right?
Unions have a
Yeah, they were
giant
in line
gap in
before.
their line.
They're fully retreating, so.
Oh, there they went. Sorry, I'm talking to Langbart.
I think Hoots. I think Sheridan needs to move his division up and try Or they should try to close that hole in their line.
I mean, Sheridan told me he doesn't want to do anything yet, so I've respected his decision.
Langbard, I don't think they'd get that far. If they were up here and they stayed in line.
No, they were about like here.
Oh, okay.
They were already
Whoever's
diagonal.
posting screenshots for
Well,
Rosecrans
that'd be 2.5
and
then.
Thomas, can you give it to Sheridan as well?
Be something like that.
Sure.
What?
I'll get Sheridan's.
Yeah, okay, thanks. They're all in the same place, so you can just give the same
Yeah.
screenshots.
I'll give it to Stanley as well.
Sean, if you want to roll for like half artillery parting shots at the units disengaging, you could do that.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe they should just be a little bit more disrupted.
Yeah, you can do that. That's usually
Just
what I
gonna
do
toss it.
once
Yeah.
they
I'm
I'm gonna
disengage
move
like
Stanley into the same VC as everyone else, since
Yeah.
they're all four together. Yeah.
that. All right, 10 o'clock.
All right.
So Langbart, that cavalry fell back behind. There's a little hill where that General Smith is, so they went west behind that hill.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
Wheeler wrote to Bragg, third corps spotted with 0 other information. that's not helpful. I mean, maybe slightly helpful, but.
Was it 10 a.m.? No, 9:30.
9:30, 9:30.
9:30.
All right, General Wheeler, you fall back south with your cavalry pulling behind the Smith homestead and very slight hill. That's not too much to report. To your east, you could see Breckenridge's 1st Division advancing in line across across the fields. And there's a lot of artillery fire to the east, far in the distance. More quieter in your sector.
Mm-hmm. I will take the 2 fresh troops of cavalry, one of Wheeler's and then Buford's, and then we are going to cross west across the river and then head north for some time until we meet the next road. The rest of the cavalry is to recoup here for the time being.
Okay. Do you want the artillery to unlimber or stay limbered up?
For right now, they can stay limbered.
Okay.
Can I inform them to be prepared to move fast when a rider comes to receive them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alrighty. All right, General Breckenridge, you return to the rest of your division. You can see they're slowly moving north. The movement's somewhat hampered by having some of the line having to move through the trees, and they're trying to keep in line with each other. To your northwest, you can see gunsmoke rising above the trees, but the guns there have fallen silent. It looks like the enemy your allied cavalry that was west of you has fallen back or disappeared somewhere. To your east, you can see, looking down the road, you can see elements of McCown's division again. And then you got 1st and 2nd Brigade coming up from the rear.
And you said, what did you say about Wheeler's cavalry? That they moved. You said they went west.
Your 4th Brigade commander said he saw them go south.
South. Okay. Okay. This could be enemy close. Okay. Despite the hampered movement, I'm gonna order 4th, 5th, and 6th Brigade to continue moving north, in line, trying to maintain some semblance of order whilst moving through the trees. And then I want the orders for 1st and 2nd Brigade to, once they reach the Grismer intersection, to turn west and start moving that way towards Grenell Smith town or farm, whatever that might be.
Okay. And where
Thank
are you
you.
going?
Oh, I'll follow along with 3rd Brigade for now.
Got it. Okay.
James, I wanted to ask, for the 7 cannon, is that gonna be fully retreating, or can I say it's safe enough to like recover there specifically?
Did were they shot to 7?
Well, when they were running, they got shot to 7, I believe.
Okay. Yeah, they can recover with the others. I'm just gonna put a damage marker on them. Oh,
Okay, great.
Yeah, they should have a little bit of damage. Sorry, I forgot it.
that's fine. I didn't have one on the board.
But they won't be fully retreating because the enemy's really far away, right?
Yeah, they're at safety now. Where?
Okay, I'll start recovery next turn if they stay still, which they're probably gonna just stay there for a while. I'll even flip them because I think it's fine.
Bragg seems to have it in his head that an enemy is like, going to attack him from his south.
South. It would be
I'm
like
just getting some like doomer reports from Polk. I don't know.
would be like Bragg to be nervous and suspicious. I don't know.
Yeah, so
2nd Confederacy.
The Confederates have confederated again. Confederception.
Yeah, I don't see the Confederates breaking through the. I mean, Crittenden's on the field and fully deployed now.
How the fuck did Sheridan get to what?
Well, Britain is deployed now, yes, but he removed his flanking guard, so that enemy cavalry might be able to flank.
okay,
Yeah.
I'm starting to understand now. The mystery report from Wheeler just saying 3rd Corps spotted has Bragg has interpreted this very inventively.
Yeah, that wasn't very helpful to disruption.
The ghost of Robert Lee.
All right. Yeah, remind me to mention that in the after action report.
Alright, I'm gonna move.
All right, 10 o'clock. With the Union pulling back, there's not much combat, so if things are moved for your groups,
Okay.
you can
Wait,
screenshot.
Sheridan moved this turn, right? So okay, I'm gonna give him the same screenshot as McCook. Rosecrans, Thomas. Alright, just let me know when it's 1,000 or 10.
Yeah, it's 10.
Alright, bet.
Hold on.
Are we good?
Yep.
Yeah, I think so.
Go for it. All right, General Wheeler. So you leave half your division, I guess, brigade, cross the bridge and are heading north now. Some of the enemy Union guns have spotted you and are firing at you as you pass. And you can see the, I guess, would be the western flank of the Crittenden's line there. As you look ahead to the bridge, doesn't look like it's guarded by anything. And I think that's about it as far as things you know.
Okay. I will send word back to the rest of our cavalry to join us as we cross the road, the bridge to the north to get behind the enemy. As soon as we're across, we are to dismount and to continue on foot, kind of after the bridge, kind of southeast through the woods.
Okay. Got it. Thank you.
Mm.
All right, General Breckenridge, you get back to your forwardmost brigades as they continue to move through the trees or into the trees. First and second turn north. No, sorry, west, heading on that road, and you can hear artillery fire now, maybe not even a mile away to your northwest. The artillery fire to your northeast and east has pretty much all been silenced. That sector of the battlefield's gotten really quiet for whatever reason.
All right. I want first and second brigade to continue moving towards General Smith, and then to turn north once they reach the intersection. If they obviously come, if they see enemy, to form up and engage. I want the 3 artillery pieces behind them to follow. But I actually also want 4th Brigade to start heading west also. They don't necessarily have to go on the road. They can form column there and start moving west, following or just kind of following 1st and 2nd Brigade, while 3rd and 5th Brigade continue moving north in the woods with the artillery kind of skirting the outside of the woods there, and as they are now.
Okay.
And then I will follow. I will go with, what is that? 1st Brigade in the front. Yeah, with I'll go up to with 1st Brigade.
Got it. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Bragg has realized he was mistaken and turned back around.
This campaign started on Christmas, right?
Yeah. I think so.
So there's a bit of chaos in Davis, but I don't think it's that big because all they were told is just U-turn. So,
Oh,
you know. I did deduct some movement points for that, but you know, they're
come
on a
on.
road, they're already in column, and they're not being attacked. It's like, okay, everyone flip around. That's not that bad.
The Union makes more strange choices, deploying their really heavily beaten cavalry to guard the rear against a cavalry force that they know is coming from there. And not deploying any infantry of this huge line to guard there.
I mean, a cannon on the road is crazy,
Mhm.
though. I mean, I don't know why the cavalry is attacking that.
Oh, I just got there.
Oh.
I think Thomas is going to move forward. Otherwise, the Confederates are going to be able to focus against Crittenden.
So Langbart, I put smoke here because I figure skirmishers on both sides would be encountering
Yes.
each other. Nothing decisive, but they would know there's a heavy presence in the woods ahead. Put it here too.
James, what's the maximum amount of organization you can regain?
So 1 plus where they started. So on the Union side, probably back to 4, I think.
No, for the cannons specifically.
Oh, those can go back to 1.
1? Yeah.
Okay.
If they rest long enough.
They start at 0.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is the Norse finished?
Yep. You can do screenshots.
Right.
So that 1 brigade's breaking already. It's about to be a chain route.
Yeah. I didn't expect anything else.
One singular Confederate unit walks towards. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna give that-
10:30.
All right. I'm gonna go Doug.
Oops. Did that twice. All right, General Wheeler. Your men manage to cross the bridge and barely start to dismount when you're beset by Union cavalry. Understandably, your old opponent has emerged again. But his men look to be, of course, it's kind of hard to tell. There's a lot of trees and gun smoke and whatnot, but his men don't seem to be in the best of shape. And so, even though they outnumber you, it seems like their line is already starting to relent. And luckily, you can see reinforcements of the rest of your division coming to your southwest. That's about all you can see.
Okay. We will just continue holding and fighting here. Artillery is to be ordered to move towards the northwest bank where there's this almost like slight hill across from the enemy in order to begin firing into their flank brigade. While the rest of our cavalry will try to, once across, charge into the disorganized enemy skirmishers.
Okay. Got it. Thank you. All right, General Breckenridge. Give me 1 second. Test. Okay, we're good. All right, so you move west a short distance and join 1st Brigade as they turn north onto the road. From here, you have a pretty good view. Only a few hundred yards ahead, you can see Union troops in line across the road, kind of behind that small grouping of trees. The Union artillery is firing to the west at what you can see is Wheeler's cavalry riding on the opposite side of that stream.
Yep.
You've got 4th Brigade coming to your position. You got 1st and 2nd right next to you. And you can hear what sounds like skirmish fire in the woods to your east. And 3rd Brigade sends a courier informing you they've run into a pretty heavy concentration of Union troops as they've advanced.
Understood. All right, let's start with 1st Brigade. I want them to form up into line. If they can send out skirmishers while they form up to start engaging that artillery. Try to stay in the woods there, just around the road. That would be great. 4th Brigade, which is coming up, have them start moving more northwest there to form up to the right of 1st Brigade and engage as soon as they are formed. Engage the enemy, and then 2nd Brigade can form up in line behind 1st as kind of a reserve. The artillery coming up the road in General Smith, I want them to get up the road and essentially form on both sides of 1st Brigade if they can, or one side if the river doesn't allow on the western side for them to form up there. But I want to get them in position. Now the question for you, James, the artillery that is skirting the woods there into the east, they can't really fire in the woods like that, can they? Like, I don't know, some games, some people do it differently.
They can. They're basically firing blind, so it's not very effective. But yes, they can shoot
If
to
they
the
get
woods.
into. Okay. Okay. Just I want them then to form up to the west of 3rd Brigade there, and then engage if they see the enemy. I want them to engage whatever's in front of 3rd Brigade because I can't see with them yet. But they can unlimber and engage if possible the enemy in front of 3rd Brigade.
Okay. And you're staying here?
I'm gonna stay here for now. Yeah. Get everybody in order and in line quickly.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Lots of combat now.
I think that's a little too far, but so I'm just double checking.
Down into the fort, yeah, they could see men crossing. They could have
Okay.
seen like people crossing.
Is Stanley staying, Langbart?
He didn't say that he's moving back. He wants actually only pull his center back, and the rest is more or less should do
I'm
some
gonna say they can
maneuvers.
see
I
a
just
little,
wrote he
the
can't do that.
tiniest,
They're
very
not in the
tiniest
shape
bit,
to
but they
do
can see
any
the fort,
maneuvers.
definitively.
Well,
But they can't see much past the ridge.
I just rolled terribly for him too.
Well, that's pretty accurate for
Yeah.
the situation.
So his guns are overrun.
Okay.
These guys
11,
are fleeing.
Oh my goodness.
And these guys
Probably
will,
he's fleeing with them
yeah,
because he doesn't want to get captured.
it's a good thing that infantry's there, otherwise they'd be
injuring.
really in
Yeah,
trouble.
but it's only one infantry.
Yeah. That's a good roll though. Okay.
Alright, just let me know when we're good.
I still have a ton of combat to do in the.
Did you roll for the center? Did anyone roll for the center?
I'm about to. If you want to
No.
work your way up to me, I can probably. If Sean, if you can like do below that, I'll do everything here in the woods.
Okay.
Let's see, minus 2.
Oh wow. The good ones.
Oh, wow, that happened quick.
Now that is a battle which I am not participating.
Like, that doesn't look good for the Union.
They have two. Well, because the Confederates are committing like all their troops to the attack, and the Union still have a big reserve in the back.
That's what I'm thinking too. It's kind of like, yeah, they'll be able to route whatever. They'll maybe be able to route whatever's in their back. I mean, whatever's like in the flank ish. But to say they've won, no. I'd say it's more of a stalemate, regardless.
I would say they are winning in the north. Oh, better in the west. I hate this map that is oriented west up. There they're winning, clearly. And they are occupying the force that's east of it. And there's basically no coordination between those two units.
Yeah, the Union are being too conservative with how they're trying to fight.
Yes. And
I
they
agree.
basically lost their cavalry before it even stood to fight.
Yeah, the main thing is if this cavalry gets through and hits the rear of Crittenden, they're going to roll up that Crittenden bad.
Well, do have 2 infantry in the reserve, so they're gonna
Okay.
have to send those north.
They will have to send those to the line because
Right.
Oh,
left
to the
flank of them is
south,
already
yeah.
also breaking. So
Yeah, they're kind of under pressure from both directions.
Yeah, they've left a
Um,
big gap in their line.
This needs to be committed somewhere.
Yeah.
They've been
all
staying
these
put
Union
this
troops.
entire game. I haven't really been told that to do anything but defend. And I thought they were gonna commit the first division here at the very least, but
All right, 11 o'clock.
all right. Well, less work for me, I guess. But
will Stanley be able to rally his cavalry?
Yeah, he will. So they'll keep running somewhere, and then I guess next turn they'll start rallying.
all right, I'll be back.
All right, General Wheeler. The arrival of reinforcements couldn't come as a better time. They hit right as the enemy's starting to break, and they overrun the enemy horse artillery. And the only thing, unfortunately, that stops them is there's an infantry brigade that's arriving that arrests their advance. But the Union cavalry are routed and fleeing to the east. You can see the one brigade ahead of you, and then to your south, you can see more infantry and artillery engaged with something to your south. There's a whole lot of fighting going on to your southeast that you can hear.
While Wharton and Wheeler's engaged brigades are going to continue engaging the Union infantry, while the Wheeler's unengaged brigade
Mhm.
is going to try to come around onto the Union's left along our right, and then Buford's is going to try to come along their right through our left side.
Okay.
And our artillery is just continue firing. Very much in the thick of it now, but at least I just scared off my mortal enemy.
Got it. All right, thank you. All right, General Breckinridge. You're in fully engaged now. It seems there's fighting all along the line, way off to the east. heavy artillery fire coming from the Union. Trees are being cut down as cannonballs slice them in half. Some of your artillery's arrived and deploying. The rest is arriving. And 1st and 4th Brigade are engaged, mostly shooting into an unseen enemy in the woods. You think they may be a little bit too far away to be effective, but it's hard to get them to push any further forward into that fire.
Okay. Well, seeing as they're mostly engaged, I will stay here with 1st and now 4th Brigade, encouraging the officers to keep the men in line and firing good volleys, and try to get the other artillery pieces, if they have any space there, to form up and start laying fire into the Union artillery in front of me.
Okay.
But otherwise, no, nothing else. Nothing else can really be done. The men are engaged.
Just a reminder, you may want to inform your corps commander what's going on.
Yeah, I was just writing a dispatch actually now.
Okay.
I will send that shortly.
All right.
Well, he's not deploying his reserves to the cavalry fight.
Ooh, holy crap, I rolled double eights. Well, that was...
Okay. Okay, then West is lost for the Union. He has no further reserves that could stem the tide of cavalry
Yeah.
there.
As soon as they slam in the back of that infantry, they're going to be...
That's the chain road.
Alright, a whole lot of shooting.
Okay, everyone's been relocated accordingly. I'm gonna move. I have a question. What is the range, or where would the cannons for McCook have to be to, for them to fire at the other cannons, the Confederates specifically?
Within a mile.
A mile? Okay.
Yeah, they'd
So
probably
that
be
would
within.
would that be firing range? Because they want to move here. That's where they want to move.
I'm in the middle of combat. I can't stop for a second.
Yeah, I think that'd be reasonable.
The line used up its full movement, so like here, actually no, this line can roll. This line can roll. The rest of them used up their movement. So if you're rolling for second division, first corps, second division, just roll one line.
Bad rules.
As for these cannons, I guess they're gonna be firing as well. So let me just do that too.
All right, here we go. Uh-oh. I would say the Union are starting to do better, and then I see the cavalry destroying them in the north.
I've sent 8. Yikes.
Yeah. The north. You mean the
Oh,
west
is Withers
West
moving
north.
up that much? Okay, never mind. I guess they're all No, just you don't have to do that. Here, you can just put you can just put 2 of them. Hold on.
Why would I put 2 when I could put 1?
Cause it looks bad. Look at that. That's so much better.
You're talking to a man who's playing a campaign with literally just red and blue blocks. I do not care about aesthetics.
All right. Combat in the north's done. I did it all the way to here.
Okay.
Or north. By north, I mean west.
Yeah, you meant West.
I should have made the map with it right, but I don't know what all the reference maps were this way for some reason.
It's good they always they don't like having troops on the top and bottom. They like having troops on the 2 sides of the map.
Yeah.
Is why most battle maps are always drawn like that instead of always having north on top.
I find it funny. The only thing that's the right way is the compass, and that's it. Everything else is sideways.
Yeah. All right. Well, if you got northern
that
stuff,
shattered? Jeez.
Well, yeah, he's getting completely surrounded, shredded by 3 brigades.
That's crazy.
That happens when you send one guy.
yeah. Why did he send one guy
Yeah,
up a
I don't
hill?
know. Well, I think he thought
That's what
they
I'm
just
thinking. I was
totally.
like, what?
I think he thought they totally withdrew
Oh my goodness.
because he was hearing combat further west. So he thought that those were those guys. Like he thought they moved somewhere else.
Okay, now this is the Union Grand Battery's time.
Yeah.
Did you already roll the center?
You do realize
I
the
did
Union
it
still has
up
6
to here.
6 batteries they haven't used yet. That's why I'm saying even if whatever is in the west like doesn't exist anymore, it's like the Grand Battery of the Union's gonna be pretty fucking big.
But if Critton
It's literally
didn't,
giant right here. They're literally like flank firing onto these
yeah,
Confederates.
that's pretty bad. But if Critton didn't completely
Oh my-
breaks,
Oh
then
my
Rosecrans will have to pull back.
Golly.
This guy's in
Maybe
the
the Union
open.
won't lose after all. All they had to do was bring out their cannons.
This guy's in the he's kind of covered.
Oh, there's still this gap here though, but I think they're gonna need to. I think they're still gonna need to plug that gap here. In their center.
What is this cavalry guy doing? First and second brigade.
That guy, Thomas says the cavalry do not get a rest. They have to constantly be doing something. So he's sending them down the road to see where the Confederates, see if the Confederates are crossing the ford, which they kind of already have.
We're good for
Are they
11:30,
crossing the
right?
ford? Cannon fire.
Everything's done down here.
We can do 11:30 screenshots.
Just getting rid of the dust.
Are we rolling for the 3 ones that are doing long range yet? Or I don't
These
think
guys.
we rolled for that. Yeah, those guys.
You can reach.
Whoever has Cheetah,
Here, I'll
you want
roll.
to just take Bragg with them as well?
Yeah, someone told me they could reach from there, so I just
Yeah, they
had
can.
them
They would,
fire.
yeah.
Just rolled it.
Okay, great.
All right.
I'm gonna erase that. I'm gonna remove these dies too real
All right, General Wheeler. You send all of your command forward to engage the enemy infantry, and the Union Brigade is just overwhelmed by firepower and just disintegrates before you with heavy casualties. They're all breaking and running now, fleeing to the south or east.
Oh my god. This is working far more effective than I was expecting. Buford's, Wharton's, and Wheeler's damage brigades are to hold here in order to recoup a bit, while Wheeler's relatively fresh brigade is to peel off and head south to begin engaging the enemy's rear. That 2nd Brigade of Union Infantry.
Okay. Everyone else sit here and recover for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm more or less guessing I'm not really in an effective range of sending a dispatch at this time.
I mean, it's got to go across the river
Yeah.
and then across the river again. So. Okay.
They'll get one at one point.
When you come from behind the enemy line.
Yeah.
And deliver the whole army. All right, General Breckinridge. The firefight maintains its intensity. Your line is pretty much where it stands now. The men continue to fire into the trees. Lots of artillery fire is coming back. Not as much musket fire, mostly artillery. And with all the gun smoke, and trees, it's really hard to tell if anything's effective or not. You receive word from, let's see, Breckinridge, 5th Brigade, that their right flank is tied up or connected to McCown's 2nd Brigade, and that they're making ground on the Union flank and continue to advance, folding back the Union line.
All right, so we'll start there. 4th and 5th Brigade, their order, or I'm sorry, 3rd and 5th Brigade are just to maintain the fight, maintain the folding of the line, if possible, continue to move up and drive the Union back. The artillery that is shooting kind of blind, if they have an opportunity to limber up, move closer, put themselves in a better position without exposing themselves, to please do so. And then up here in the west, not much we can really do since everybody's really engaged and kind of taking artillery to the face. Same thing, I'm going to keep going up and down the line, make sure the officers are doing their job, and everybody firing in good order.
All right, you got it.
Thank you.
I gotta wait and see.
Well, they want to fall back. It's the whole line except the one that's on the road.
Oh dear.
Okay, that might. With the artillery limbering up and stuff?
Yes, final jumping point would be the road leading to Ashbury Courthouse. But they can't get there in a one go, so I guess the infantry stays behind the guns so the guns can move.
Did Crittenden
They're
react
doing
to
a
the
mass
cavalry
retreat.
in his north?
Well, he knows that his unit that guarding the wagons was broken. So he should know.
Okay.
Um. Okay, I'm just gonna take a screenshot of Sheridan because he's not gonna change his position anytime soon. Actually, no, he sees it.
Sparty, did you already get Bragg?
No.
Okay, I can get him when I go back. I was just gonna give him a second to talk.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Just you can just roll for the cannons. When you can.
I'll start over here.
Yeah, it's in range.
There we go.
Moving back, shielding the initiative. Don't think. And they're covering the woods.
Oh man. I don't know if the Union are gonna get out of this.
Not how it's going right now.
I would have thought they had a chance if they hadn't just retreated fully their entire line.
Yeah, I think he probably realized that afterwards, but said it's too late. The order is given.
Better,
The order went down.
better to die than to rout. He's routing too early.
Now, not
Well,
all of
he-
lines. This entire line isn't routing.
His idea was to fall back to the courthouse
Oh
road.
man, he's gonna
It-
run right into the cavalry.
It's the idea in itself is not bad. It's just very poorly executed. And
Ooh.
it's a moment where he ordered that it was not useful in any point.
Okay, now the Union actually has a flank attack if possible from the Cook. Because there's all these guys from Polk just sitting down here. I mean, they're not going to be able to reinforce these guys in time if the Union just crossed the fort and hit the Confederate on their eastern flank.
I think it's up in the air. Even if the entire Union West dies, they have a lot of units left over.
Yeah, it depends on how Rosecrans reacts.
There's one more die here. There's 7 batteries here.
And Bragg, because if Bragg recognizes the opportunity, because
I was giving him half dive on the Confederate side, by the way. That's intentional.
Oh, okay.
Just because half
Rosecrans
of
needs to
them
hurry
were
his fucking
set up.
ass up. That's what he needs to do.
All right, we're getting to noon already.
What are the rest of the Confederate cavalry doing up there?
They're resting.
Are they just waiting?
They're reorganizing. 'Cause they were,
Oh,
which he could, if he had just charged, it probably would have broke the whole line. But he didn't know that, so it's not a bad idea to reorganize a little bit.
Yes.
Everyone's having their own bad ideas. It's just
That's worse.
All right, 11 o'clock or 12 o'clock. Do your screenshots.
No,
did
hold
you-
on.
Oh,
We're
hold
not
on.
ready
The
yet.
cavalry's not. Do you want me to
Did you
roll
do
for
the
these artillery over
3
here?
Artillery? Yeah.
No, I did not do them yet.
I can
Well,
go and roll
let's
for
do
them.
this.
Maybe we just do a 4 state and that's it. Or unless you want to roll it? Yeah. Let me put the
Oh,
back
wow.
at 3 because it was at 3. That's still high. I think that would break I think that breaks a unit or breaks an artillery, right? Or are they aiming at the unit? I can't tell.
Probably just hit generally over here. So 1, 2.
Yeah, that looks about right.
I'm still pretty good though.
Yeah, it's really good because it's long range. All right, I'm gonna take a screenshot now.
Ooh. You stop just blasting each other.
So I started blasting.
All right, General Wheeler. Most of your men reform, rest, get some water, refill their what's it called? Cartridge satchels. And meanwhile, some of your brigade goes south. It looks like the Union line is making a fighting retreat, as you can see them all coming out of the woods heading north. And your brigade managed to catch one of the Union brigades as they're making their retreat, and it seems like the Union's had enough. They're breaking. Yep.
Oh, it appears my efforts are paying off. I guess I will just simply double down. I will take Buford's and Wharton's slightly recuperated brigades and have them move to attack the retreating 1st Brigade of the Union. That's second from the west. While Wheeler's engaged brigade will continue fighting and his unengaged will continue resting.
Okay.
I guess I'll send a rider back to my artillery as well to have them cease fire and to limber and cross over to where Wheeler's brigade is.
All right. Got it. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. And then I will have a dispatch for you shortly.
All right, General Breckenridge. The sounds of Union battery fire lessen significantly and almost come to a stop. And news from the front is that the Union the whole line is in retreat.
Beautiful to see. The order is going to be for this entire line, all brigades, to start advancing forward into those woods north of us. And I don't want them chasing the enemy, but moving in good order north, with good pace and good order. Any news from third brigade in the east, or no? 3rd or 5th brigade?
No, not last half hour.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So just order all the brigades in my vicinity here to start advancing immediately, so to not give the enemy time to reorganize if that's what they're trying to do.
Okay. Got it. Thank you.
Oh, sorry. One quick question, James. In the last screenshot, I saw a glimpse of my bag. Is that the baggage train there? Because if that is, I want to send a rider out to them to. I want them on the road and behind my line.
Okay. Sounds good.
Sorry about that. Thank you.
Okay, he's just continuing his retreat.
Are they trying to make it a fighting retreat, or should I put him in column and make him go quick?
Uh, he didn't specify. Should I ask him?
No, I will. I think they would be going.
At this point, I think they will just be running.
They'll be trying to get out of Dodge. Is Crittenden staying where he is?
He didn't. I guess he would move with his troops.
Yeah. I think these guys would get bogged down.
Are the cannons gonna get an okay? Because the infantry only moved like 2.33 grids, so I'm gonna give them the opportunity to shoot. It's nowhere near like their full movement. Did they pull after the unit pushed up, or? Um. James, what do I do? Cause so they wanted they wanted First Corps' Second Division to move up and shoot at Polk's Corps, but Polk's Corps just retreated.
Yeah, so I mean they moved up. They're not in range to fire.
Okay.
You just leave them there. What is this cavalry doing?
Yeah, I don't know. There's like a small gap, and I'm wondering if they were told to thread the needle. Like,
They're just gonna get chewed
Definitely
up.
something. It's definitely a maneuver to do this. I will say that much. This is definitely a tactic of all time.
I think Sparty. I think you moved those guys a little too fast coming out of the woods, but
they're really here.
okay. I guess they were further forward.
Maybe these ones I should pull back a bit.
Wow. They keep rolling good for the Confederates.
That wasn't actually to
Just
anyone.
breaking, or would that be already routing for that unit?
Okay. Are those cannons exchange? Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
I guess it would be. My name's big and I really know.
Where's the hit markers? Oh, they're there.
Can someone roll for McCook's, or should I roll it?
What do you mean? I already did. I already applied the damage.
Oh, okay, my bad. No, I meant for not for Confederates. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just used red dice for both. Sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I'm new to this.
Is get rolled for yet?
Negative.
Okay.
There's only 4 left, though.
I don't know who's winning anymore. This is really some fuckery.
Well, it's just middle
It's
battle.
almost, they're starting to form a fish hook now.
Gettysburg.
Oh, it almost
Gettysburg
is. Look,
rebellion.
the Confederates are kind of going around, well, not to the north, to the west and south now, and then the Union is kind of forming a big
Picket charge
hook-like
LARP.
formation.
This should be
Unironic picket
driven
charge
off.
LARP.
And then you go to these guys.
Okay, Rosecrans, Sheridan,
Hmm.
and I need to get McCook's picture up. He just goes up, sees everything.
Not so good.
What is it, 12:30? Yeah. Can I post?
Yep.
Fifth rolled for?
I didn't. I assume James did.
I did that. Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna go.
All right, General Wheeler, you send more of your men back into the fray, and things continue to go well for you. That another Union brigade is trying to make their escape and fight you as they do, but they're really just in disarray. And what's an even better sight is you can see some of Breckinridge's infantry emerging from the woods to the south. As you look to the northeast, you can see Crittenden's corps and not fully disorganized, but looking pretty disheveled and disorganized as they make what appears to be a pretty full retreat to the north. Your guns are just crossing the bridge to your west, and you can hear lots of fighting still further on to the east.
Okay. Seems our plan is actually working. Wheeler's 2 brigades, I will have them begin chasing after the retreating Union infantry, while Wharton and Buford's are to ride down the Union artillery train that seems to be forming in their retreat.
Okay.
And then for my artillery, it can just hold at Ashbury Courthouse and reorganize themselves.
Okay.
And then I guess, at least for myself, I'll move to the courthouse as well to get a better sight.
All right, you got it. All right, General Breckenridge. Your infantry line continues pushing into the woods and beyond. And as you start to see through the trees the other side, you can see. Should we look at your screenshot? Make sure. You can see. It looks like the Union is engaged with something to their rear, and what units you can see seem to be pretty much routing, breaking, heading north. You do receive word from 3rd and 5th, both, that the enemy, they confirm what you already know. The enemy is fleeing north and they're in pursuit, along with McCown's corps, or sorry, division.
Alrighty. Okay, great. Now, a quick clarifying question. That artillery battery right in front of me, the enemy artillery battery, are they running, or did I catch up to them? Or
Your men managed to overtake the guns and capture 2 batteries worth of guns. So the men are either abandoned the guns or are dead.
Okay, perfect. All right. With 4th Brigade right in front of me, I want them to move up to the edge of the tree line there, and I think one good volley to the back of that Union infantry should finish that off there. And then essentially, I want my infantry to move to the edge of the woods. This entire, or the artillery that stayed behind too. I want them to come up and also move to the edge of the woods, including the two batteries a little bit further east there. But I want my infantry to stop at the edge of the woods. Everybody dress ranks, rest up, and rally as much as they can. I see your artillery battery there's a little, they're kind of beat up. And then I will then move south to 3rd and 5th Brigade just to see what's going on there. And then if I can send a rider ahead before I give them orders, just to tell them to stop at the edge of the woods as well, just because I don't know what's ahead there.
Okay.
But that's it.
Okay, thank you.
We've just incinerated the army.
We have to check which units are firing right now. So many of them.
Start again. It's already started. Yeah, that's about as far as he gets.
For 3rd, 2nd, artillery, is that firing too, or? Okay, it is firing.
I guess they would all be firing.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
I was just wondering if they have enough time for it, because they move a bit, then they unlimber.
Maybe I'll just show them shooting, but not roll for it since they barely started.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. I don't think you should roll for any of the artillery. The units, though, they definitely formed up in time, so you should probably show them shooting for sure.
All right, so I think Thomas is having these infantry attacking right here.
That's a very thin angle. Is artillery able to fire as well?
5th artillery, no.
No, I meant the other two.
These 2, yeah, they're not. The infantry isn't getting in the way of them, but.
What a one great. What? Why are you moving that up? What the heck?
Well, they were ordered to attack the enemy there. So.
Oh no, Sean.
They would have been shooting him.
McCook was ordered to pull all units as soon as possible, so they pulled the next turn.
Okay, well then they're gonna get shot at as they try to withdraw. That's fine.
Not really, they're far. Like this, it's the same reason why when Polks retreated, I couldn't shoot at them. So when they retreat, it's the same thing.
If you say so.
Where are we talking about?
Sean, is Claiborne's division advancing here? Is that what all these blue lines are for?
An entire division down here is trying to withdraw in the face of the enemy as they're getting shot at by artillery and infantry.
The Confederate division?
No, the Union. The Union was on the line like this,
Yeah, I'd roll
and then
for them.
this entire division here is attacking it, and this part of it.
This attack here, would they reach the artillery, or was that as far as they got this turn?
They didn't move yet, so.
These two guys right here?
Oh, those guys.
Yeah, Thomas said they're gonna move here and try to attack the what he thinks is the Confederate flank.
Okay. I guess we'll leave it that as it is then.
And I have to interpret this columnar attack here.
Interesting.
I don't think
okay,
I
so
don't think Thomas made a good choice of pulling. Sheridan needs to move up his troops here because now there's no infantry with artillery.
Alright, 1300. Oh, you still got stuff, Sean.
No. We are far away.
Well, I
'Cause
can. What?
Yeah, do you want me to just start moving all these columns?
Well, I mean, it's still a question. Like the guy who's umpiring the Union really doesn't think that they should be shot at because they were immediately
Because,
ordered.
If they were in
the
range, they'd get
reason
shot
why
at.
was because when I did this, this unit was here and was able.
Wait, was this guy? Did this guy start here?
No, he started
They
here.
didn't start there. They started back. That's why I said they weren't able to shoot because if they were.
Well, if
moving
they were
at the
both
same
moving at the
time-
same time, yeah, they would retain the They would retain the distance, so they wouldn't get shot at if they were retreating. Unless the artillery was firing, then the artillery would get a shot. But
The artillery is, yeah, I think they should get a shot.
But the infantry are moving at the same speed, so they wouldn't. So if they're both withdrawing and moving forward at the same time, they still would be out of range.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just shoot with half the artillery.
Yeah.
Seems like what the intent is here. Oops. We don't have time to mess around.
Yeah, we probably got 2 more turns.
Wow, like four infantry of the Confederate are attacking with the entire Union line.
Did we roll for the artillery firing yet on the north side or like the
This?
3 cannons and that?
I don't think they've been rolled for.
Yeah, we need someone to roll it.
Yeah, just did.
Oh, they're firing at each other, not the infantry. Okay. My bad.
All right, we can shoot the infantry too. There you go.
Oh no, I meant instead of the artillery, it would be the infantry.
Are they going in column right at the enemy battery?
Yes.
I guess those guns are all almost done.
Yeah.
And
I don't know if
they are fresh.
stay around here.
These all been rolled for yet?
No.
It'll be their final turn of firing, though.
Oh, these guns.
So do they? Yeah, they didn't get rolled for, and the artillery shooting at them didn't really get rolled for
Okay,
either.
I'll do all that.
Wait, would these guys still fire since these guys are ahead of them?
No, I don't think so.
Probably not.
Let's see.
This is some interesting suicidal charges.
All right.
Will they realize that we're getting to the last turns?
Yeah.
True. I think we are.
Probably
Alright.
the last now.
1300.
Oh, I gotta gotta take fucking screenshots now.
Oh, actually, I forgot to move this guy up. So Bragg and he wanted to be at Hunt's Farm.
Bragg split off from Cheatham now.
Yeah, so they're split up. Sorry.
Okay, I'll take him back.
Okay, McCook. Is it 11? Okay. I mean, sorry, 1.
1,300 hours.
Yep. Just gotta get to Sheridan.
All right, General Wheeler, your men advance and manage to capture hundreds of prisoners. Actually, how many are in a brigade? Yeah, hundreds, as well as a battery. Further south, you can see, looks like McCown's division, actually some of McCown, some of Breckenridge, advancing north against Crittenden's line, which is trying to quickly reform along with their guns, which have unlimbered and are starting to fire back at you. You can see Breckenridge's division at the edge of the forest to your south. And that's it.
It's a little tight. Am I able to, just because I see a possible route I could take, leave the very west edge of the map just a little bit to get around the river?
Yeah, there is no
Okay,
map.
cool. I will have all of our cavalry remount, and including our artillery, recross the river west in order to make a dash north until we get to the ford around Wade's Mill. And then we will cross back across there.
What about the prisoners you've captured?
I will turn them over to Hardy's Corps then. In the meantime. That may take more like an hour for us probably, but
What about the other captured battery that was by the Ashbury courthouse?
the cruiser's still there, or is it just the guns?
It's just the guns.
We'll just leave them there for the time being. Hardy will get there eventually.
Okay.
All right, thank you. I will have a dispatch later on.
All right. All right, General Breckenridge, you move up to the forest's edge. I can see pretty well the battle going on now. Hardy's not too far away, and it looks like he's commandeered 5th Brigade to fight alongside McCown's, and they're engaged with the newly formed line of Crittenden's Corps. Yeah, lots of fighting to your northeast. It's quieted to the northwest. It looks like the Wheeler and his cavalry have captured a whole brigade as well as a battery just to your northwest.
Is that are those baggage? They're the Union baggage. Are they still kind of moving, or are they kind of just?
No, they're just supply wagons left behind.
Okay, the left behind. Okay, I was just curious. All right. Since I am right next to 3rd Brigade, I want them to fall in behind 5th Brigade and act as the reserve to support that attack, because I know 5th Brigade looks like they're on the cusp. And then I want to get the rest of the line, so that would be 4th Brigade, 1st and 2nd Brigade, which are to the west, to fall in to the left, the 5th Brigade there. Essentially, we want to form a line right in front and continue this attack. And the artillery, obviously, send the rider. They need to pick it up and move as fast as they can to catch up to the infantry to join this fight. Can I do I have enough? I guess can I help rally 5th Brigade? Is that since he's commandeered it? Can I still do that or no?
Yeah, you can.
Okay. If I want to, and they need to hold for a little bit, so I want to go there and try to rally them, get them a little bit of a better spirits there, hopefully. And just also want to ask the guns that we captured from the Union before on the road to the west there, are we taking those with us? Is that kind of, are we absorbing them for any lost guns that we might have lost into our batteries?
Yeah, I mean, you don't have enough artillerymen to man all of them, but you could replace some of your guns.
Whatever we okay, yeah, replace. Okay, yeah. Just want to make sure that that's happening. Okay, yeah, that's it though.
Okay.
Thank you.
Alright, no combat on my side. It should just be the cannons firing. And Sheridan's moving up his troops, so yeah, finally. Is that in range?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright.
Are they both gonna fire at each other? Withers and
Yeah, I think so.
Alright.
I mean, it's at a pretty big disadvantage since it's in the cover. He rolled a 1 anyways. Perfect.
That's crazy. He just told his cavalry to be an asshole and retreat whenever the other unit moves up. So they're never gonna be in firing range. It's really funny.
Well,
And he's just doing it to protect his flank.
Okay, so I have a question right here. Thomas, or is his cavalry try flank around and get this Brigadier General here? Would that work?
We can roll for it.
Yeah, where are you talking about?
Right here. If the ordering his cavalry, you're trying to go around and get that Brigadier General.
I'll roll for it. It's an NPC.
Yeah, so I
Yeah,
mean,
it's just for style points, but we'll see. 7. I'll say yes.
Damn. Style on him.
and then and then actually, I guess this charge Thomas wasn't entirely intending it, but then he just ordered it to go ahead anyway. So all 3 units are charging.
I think the battery of Hardy is like shattered after that. That's 3 units, right? I wouldn't say the same for McCown's division, but that cannon is definitely overwhelmed. That's just too much meat. Too many bodies.
I mean, they would still roll just to shoot into the Union.
Yeah, for sure. They're still gonna take a shitload of damage because that's scatter shot up close.
Was the center infantry already rolled for?
No.
I have gotten.
Oh, okay.
I am this far at the moment. Alright, stop touching things. Let me do it.
Alright.
Okay, okay, yeah, that unit broke.
+2.
Okay. Are we done our rolls for the north? I can take a picture. I'm gonna erase this.
Yeah, that
I think a few things are still being moved and rolled here.
How far can I do some of this, or is someone doing that?
I'm almost there.
Oh, okay.
I'll just take one more second, probably.
I'll just get these guys.
Yeah, you can get those guys. I'm on this one right here, so just a one.
Second one.
Okay, I'm done.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna start taking screenshots.
Don't bother.
Don't bother. Okay.
We're gonna do
The last turn.
Well, we'll just bring everyone together. I think.
Do you want to resolve another turn of combat? Or?
No, I think the Union or the Confederate attack in the north is petered out, or in the west. Sorry, I think Crittenden's going to hold barely, and then how's it look in the south or in the center? Are they going to hold there?
I think
I
so.
think the center's gonna hold because of the reinforcements
Yeah,
in the back.
they'll
use
the
All of the
reserves.
fresh.
Yeah, I think.
Sheridan is completely fresh. They haven't fought anything.
I think
And
long.
plus this
Yeah, that
this
just
unit just
that
broke
just got
through
broke
in the
through.
here and could come down here and flank attack.
I think. I mean, the real battle is 3 days long, so but I think the Union's going to be able to hold despite Crittenden.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't pretty, but I guess they did.
All right.
It wasn't pretty, but it did the job.
Let's
That's
bring
the only thing I could say about this.
everyone to the lobby.
Everyone to lobby.
Oops.
Oh,
All right, welcome everyone. Thank you for playing. So, for those who haven't done this before, everyone will have a chance to speak and share their thing, but we're going to let the umpires go. Well, before the umpires, I want to hear from the two CIC, so please mute yourselves until it's your turn to talk. We'll start with Bragg. Bragg, how are you feeling? Are you winning, losing? What do you think?
Winning. This is a clear victory.
Okay.
I feel like there's like a major problem with the Union. I feel like they were always separate. I mean, that makes sense. I think McCook's command came in last. It was coming on the battlefield. I think it was around like, I don't know what time, but it was late into the battle when we've already wheeled up the entire force to one side of the battlefield. But like on my final turn, I advanced into what I thought would have been a big line of infantry, and it was just artillery. So I was bound to break through that.
All right, and then General Rosecrans, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty fine, to be honest. I think I've got my force where it needs to be to block the rebels, and I think they're running out of steam with their attack. So I haven't heard from Crittenden in a little while. I know he had a hard time. If he's hanging on, then I think we did it.
Okay. All right, let me share my screen. We'll go over what happened. So this scenario is interesting. The Confederates start fully deployed on the field and a little bit fresher than the Union. The Union have 2 corps in the field with another one arriving. And so I had the Confederate left wing, so I mostly know what happened in the west. But basically, I had Breckinridge and Wheeler, and both of them basically came up this way and eventually engaged with Crittenden. At one point, they almost surrounded Stanley here at the Grissomer house, but he managed to escape, although not unscathed, east. And then they had a whole the big fighting occurred basically along this line that Crittenden had formed here in these woods, where Breckinridge and McCown under Hardee were engaged. Crittenden's left. There was a gap in the Union line about right here, and so Crittenden's this flank was getting overrun towards the end. And then in the north, Wheeler crossed here, came from behind, engaged Stanley, defeated Stanley, who hadn't had a chance to rest his men yet, so they were still shooken up from all the previous running and fighting they'd been doing. So engaged Stanley, broke Stanley, and then hit into the rear of Crittenden, which basically captured a brigade, routed several others, and forced Crittenden to retreat back to this new line. So the Confederates did remarkably well up until this point. We at the point where we're calling it, Breckinridge is advancing with his corps, and Crittenden's reformed his line. His troops are in rough shape, but there was an attack here by Negley in the center, which has broken through, and so that's going to really slow Hardy's attack and basically, force Breckinridge Hardy to pull back, regroup, and buy Crittenden the more time he needs. At the very end, Wheeler is moving around, I guess, to come to the rear again, so that would be interesting to see how that shook out. But I think Stanley would be recovered to maybe go and face him and protect the rear. And then in the center, I didn't do this, so Sean and others will have to talk about the combat here. But at the end here, we have a big attack from Bragg in the center. The Union's in a little trouble here, but they've got Sheridan's fresh reserves still, completely unengaged yet. So I think just by looking at it and the status of everything, I think the Union would be able to hold here in the center. The Union's no longer really, and there's a little bit of engagement here, but the Confederates aren't pressing here on the other side of Stones River, so there's nothing at risk here. So if we played it out further, and the historical battle is 3 days long, so it was a big grueling fight. But I think because the Union was able to get their corps on the field and they have ample reserves, it would be another Union victory if we played it out fully. I think the Union did a good job in their deployment. They were here, they're pretty well concentrated here and here, so that the Confederates couldn't get to them quickly and force a defeat before Crittenden could fully arrive. It took a lot of time, and so Crittenden was basically able to arrive and fully deploy. And so the Confederates were outnumbered at that point. I think advice, Breckinridge, you left your units marching forward in line back here for a while, and even here, which slowed them down. You were worried about switching into column would have slowed them down, but you should have gone into column, just had them march. You wouldn't have been delayed quite so much. And then Wheeler did a great job, flanking and spanking. So he got really lucky on rolls. He did. The dice gods were on his favor this game, but he also they were good flanking attacks. So good job on their part. I'll turn it over to the other umpires to share their experience, and then we'll do the players. So Umpire Argent.
Hello. So I was doing Thomas and Rosecrans, and they were in the center mostly. They started ahead with Fry's single unit, single division of infantry, and then a single artillery. They were kind of deployed around the Hunt, and then so they kind of were scouting in there. And then when the Confederates started their main push, they fell back and then basically held the line for the rest of the battle. And then near the very end, Rosecrans moved a bunch of units north and managed to stabilize the line and to where Crittenden could could attach to, and then Thomas ordered that big attack in the upper center that completely broke through the Confederate line, which means that he can really go anywhere with those units and could cause a lot of damage. So I think it was definitely a really fun battle, and thank you to Umpire James, and thank you to the players. They definitely did a very good job.
Thank you. All right, Umpire Chill. You're muted. Okay. Umpire Langbart.
Well, hello. Umpiring after a long time, not umpiring. I had Crittenden and Stanley, both on the Union side. Stanley with his cavalry started in this area, a little bit spread out. So he came into contact very soon. And he then was unsure if he wanted to engage or not, and ended up moving all this distance, coming back up, and then finally fighting here at the Ashbury Courthouse. which didn't go well for him since he got shot and poked at the whole way. So he had no chance to rest his troops to get better. So when he engaged up there, it was a foregone conclusion against fresh troops. But otherwise, he did well. So my only recommendation there is maybe be more decisive, either run or stand, but don't do something like I decide to stand, but then I think otherwise and run. Crittenden, on the other hand, he moved in from the west and then started deploying here. And after he detected forces to the south, he shifted his line up here. And in the start, he had a flank guard. He had a unit that protected that crossing point where the cavalry in the end came through, but he removed that. And then he deployed all his reserves to the south and left only one brigade to guard the wagons. And that one was then also very fast overwhelmed. So my recommendation here is you're doing a good job. Maybe keep some more units in reserve for eventualities like a cavalry attack in the rear. But they did well. I had fun. Thank you, James, for the game.
All right, thank you, Langbart.
Peace.
All right, Umpire Sean.
I was working mostly in the eastern half of the map, which is the bottom. And basically, the Confederates had a pretty defensive setup in the beginning that they eventually spread out a little bit, which I think probably was to their detriment. Probably just abandoning the eastern half of the map would have been maybe more effective. They could have let them be more concentrated at the point of action. They also had a lot of, I don't know how to describe it, but it felt kind of video gamey, like back and forth. Units would come up to the front line and then pull back, and go up to the front line and then pull back. So I think maybe there's some indecision on both sides. And I think maybe just being more aware that you're commanding men that you're ordering to potentially retreat in the face of the enemy is very, very risky. And some other rule set in Kriegspiel will punish that pretty severely. So just remember, if you are kind of waffling on a decision, sometimes it's better to just fight it out and let the dice roll of battle bring you victory. Otherwise, I thought the commanders did a good job of interpreting the situation and giving brief and succinct orders.
One thing I forgot to mention as a bit of feedback, this is for Wheeler, I guess. At one point, you sent a dispatch to Bragg saying 3rd Corps encountered with no other information. It could have been more informative. I think we'll have to ask Bragg, but I think when he received that, he got scared and thought there was an attack coming from the south. So be informative in your dispatches. We'll ask Bragg about that later on. Umpire Sparty, go ahead.
Yeah, I was taking care of Hardy and Bragg, so really the Confederate center. Hardy basically spent a very long time slowly working his way through this kind of patch of clearings up to the Union line. I think between the rough terrain and most of that advance being carried out in line formation, he might have missed out on some opportunities to perhaps cut off the Union cavalry when it was retreating, or better exploit the gap that he found between Crittenden and the rest of the Union lines. But nonetheless, I think he still did a good job identifying his opportunities and launching a pretty noticeable attack that forced Crittenden to use a lot of his reserves and eventually probably compelled Crittenden's decision to withdraw before ultimately this 11th hour attack by Negley has kind of thrown his men into disarray. On Bragg's part, I think the he spent some time kind of lurking at his deployment location before working his way up to the next set of ridges. Once again, just kind of slowly leapfrogging his way into launching this attack at the very end. I think if Bragg had gone in a little more aggressively when the Union Army was in a bit more trouble, might have been able to see some more results, or might have trashed his command, but still might have been worth the shot. And yeah, just to kind of echo what James was saying, I think Bragg was having some trouble getting a clear picture of the total battlefield just based on the state of the dispatches that he was receiving. And yeah, that included the mysterious Third Corps spotted dispatch, which prompted him to have some of his men kind of rearward facing out of concern that his rear was now being threatened by a mystery Third Corps. So yeah, it just really goes to show how thick that the fog of war can be in battle, and how crucial communication is to the game of Kriegspiel. But yeah, overall really fun, and thank you James for hosting, and thank you to the players for playing.
Yeah, thank you, and thanks to all the umpires for making this a good game. All right, so we're just gonna work down the list. So starting with Joseph Wheeler, if you can share your experience, what you learned, what you would have done differently. Go for it.
I think considering what I was working with and the state of Civil War cavalry, I think I got obscenely lucky just seeing some of the dice rolls that, not seeing the actual rolls, but seeing the results. I'm sitting here with some experience going, yeah, I kind of went all in, and it came up, and I got very good results. The mysterious Third Corps dispatch, I accidentally hit enter, and then I got pulled away. So
All right. There's the
probably
explanation.
should have went back and looked at that a second time.
All right, General Sheridan.
Well, I didn't really do much, but it was really fun. It was my first American Civil War battle, so it was fun, like seeing it play out, like in the back lines, I guess. Um, and I haven't been able to play in a while, so it was fun finally getting into the game. I appreciate the umpires and the players. I had a lot of fun.
I had, yeah. Sorry, I got stuck in reserve. It's an important, if not boring, position, but
Well, I think I made a couple good decisions. I had Cook send Davis back, and then I kind of retconned my CIC there at the end and enforced the middle there, and I'm kind of glad that I did that.
yeah.
Instead of getting them all into like a marching column and going down the road and stuff. So, but yeah, no, I didn't mind at all.
All right. Bragg.
Yeah, it was a fun battle. I feel like I had many mistakes on my part, but also many mistakes on the part of my subordinates, my command under me. I had two really, really weird dispatches sent to me. I think one was at like 7:30. Got a dispatch sent to me that there were 13 enemy units in front of the cavalry, or something like that. I think it was the infantry and the cavalry both had like, one said that there was nothing, and the other one said that there was a bunch of enemies there.
That's funny.
If I can find it. Yeah. 7:30. Breckenridge said that he found 13 units south of Prismer on the road, and then the Cav said that he found nothing. So that's
what makes
a major
Kriegspiel
thing that
awesome.
also happened.
All right.
But other than that, I think I leapfrog a bit, but I feel like I needed to. I didn't really want to advance quickly into something that was unknown. When I made it towards I think it's the Hunt Estates, there's a big grand battery there. So I had to set up another grand battery, and I had to duel it. Couldn't really move, or my entire command would have been shredded. Other than that, I feel like I wouldn't really change anything that I did, but I feel like I would change orders that I gave from dispatches.
Okay. All right, General Polk.
Yeah, holding down the right flank. We knew this was going to be like, we were going to try to basically, this is going to be the anvil to the hammer. That was going to be the, from the Confederate perspective, like the left flank. So, something that I lost sight of, and frankly, I'm umpiring a beginner game in the Napoleonic server, and we have the last turn tomorrow that I'm gonna type up, and I'm already thinking in my head, man, you lost sight of like what the objective is. You should have read what what the primary objective was, and I feel like unfortunately I fell into that same trap that like, yeah, we're not like the main attack force, however, we move forward, then we retreated, then we move forward, then we retreated. If we were going to commit, we should have just moved forward, put some pressure on the Union. Maybe we pull some forces away from the main attack that's coming from the center and to our left. But again, we live and we learn. It is what it is. But sincerely, thank you for everyone for playing. Umpires, James, you guys did a great job. This is a wonderful game. And again, didn't work out in our favor, but we learned from here.
Yeah, good. Wonderful. All right, General Hardy.
Oh, guys, this was a lot of fun. It's a really hard game as a Confederate. We might have like the less worn out troops, but there's not enough of them.
Yep.
I'm really happy with how my guys performed. I think my biggest mistake is I had division commander in my head and not corps, so my initial deployment was incorrect, and that cost me speed. I don't think that would have made a big difference in the end. The terrain at Stones River is just hellacious. If you've never been there, I don't think this really conveys to you how difficult the terrain is that we had to move through. Everything went really well from my perspective. I knew where Breckenridge was on my left. I knew things were in hand on my right, and sometimes in Kriegspiel, you can get the report of things going off that you hear off to the right or to the left that doesn't involve you, and it's a red herring, and it can totally drag you into, oh, I got to go solve that. But I stuck to my guns. I stuck to my orders. Just go ahead, and it almost worked for us. I was really thrilled. I can't thank James enough for running it. I can't thank Sparty for putting up with me because I just kept saying forward. And I can't thank all you guys enough for being able to put the time in and really creating a really cool experience. It's a lot of fun. Thanks again.
Yeah, thanks for playing. Hopefully you play in others future games.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, General Thomas.
Yeah, it was definitely interesting, especially having no actual people, like players under me, just having just a totally NPC core, though I feel in some way that actually gives some sort of advantage because then I have direct control over them and don't have to worry about someone taking initiative that I wouldn't want them to. So I guess that sort of played in my favor, especially in this battle. I was definitely a little worried up in the advanced guard at first when I, an hour turn time in, saw the entirety of Polk's Corps, or what I thought was Hardy's Corps at first, but Polk's Corps show up on the ford, and I thought they were about to just cross. I actually think that would have been pretty awful if they did. It was pretty interesting after falling back from my advanced guard position at the hunt location just on the Nashville Turnpike. Defending Graveyard was certainly an experience. I am definitely appreciative of Sheridan being in my rear, even though as a player he kind of did nothing the entire game, as in he didn't have anything to do. So kind of, yeah, I mean, just kind of being an orphan child in my rear line after your corps commander left you. But yeah, I mean, it was really turning towards the end there with my infantry charging into the rebel line south of Graveyard, and I feel I was sending. I sent dispatches every single turn to the entirety of the team as much as I could. Well, at least everyone at the core level, to try to keep everyone updated. And my last dispatch was literally like, in the next hour, I either am victorious or I die, because I saw that basically the climax of the battle was coming. But it was definitely really fun. I quite enjoyed myself, and thank you to the umpires and other players who partook in this.
Thank you. All right, McCook.
It was a fun game. I started out as a corps commander and then got demoted to a divisional commander, but I think that was still a lot of fun. I was tasked with defending the flank of Thomas. We were expecting a rebel offensive early on that didn't quite materialize. But oh well. Okay, I advanced my division so a little southwest from where you currently see it. So we were right up on the hill. Wanted to have a better look at how the rebels were formed up, and saw a couple of divisions. A couple of divisions and lots of artillery, which soon started firing at me, and basically tried to distract them as much as I can because I saw Thomas's advance guard getting pummeled up there. So I think I did a pretty decent job of delaying as much as I could, and yeah, I think it worked out to our plan, at least in my sector. There wasn't really major issues there. So yeah, just enjoyed it. Thank you, James. Thank you to the umpires and players. It was a lot of fun.
Thank you. Breckenridge.
Hello. Yeah, so I moved up the kind of, I guess, the western part of the map, moving north. Wheeler and I were there. Essentially, we came up with a little bit of a plan. He's going to go ahead and screen up front, and then my infantry will support. Overall, Wheeler did great in front of me. As you can see, we kind of got up. We fought just before that tree line there, east or north of Gen Smith. We had a big fight there in the wood line. We were able to capture 2 batteries, and then that brigade there that Wheeler got to charge into. And then the next part was just going to be to support the attack there, and that after the Union reformed their lines there, but we just didn't quite get there in time. All in all, we think we did a pretty good job here in the West, kind of pushing everybody back. And Bragg, I did look at that dispatch. I meant to write 3. I did write 13. I didn't mean to obviously put 13 units, so that is my bad. But yeah, we pushed the unit in front of us here back, and Wheeler, like I said, with these constant flank attacks, was MVP for me here in this north or western part of the map for sure. But thank you so much to the umpires, everybody that played. Great game, James, as always.
Thank you. All right, Crittenden.
Yeah, so my corps was the one that arrived, I guess, maybe not late, but starts the game off the map. So I came in from the, I guess, west right there, near Ashbury, deployed. The plan was essentially we were expecting an attack to come in towards Thomas, and when that attack would come in, I would attack the flank of that. That didn't end up happening because Breckenridge came up on my flank, and I had to face him. And I think what really got me, I took quite a few casualties here, mainly because Wheeler was a big problem for me in this game, getting on my flank. And at that point, I couldn't really stay where I was, and I didn't have the reserves to deal with him, so I had to pull back, which was very costly. But I think did end up working for the most part. I guess another component there for my game was my orders always felt very rushed because I didn't feel like I had a ton of time, but I probably should have spent more time considering. But I think altogether, if it wasn't for, I think, which division is that to the South Negley charging? I feel like if that didn't work out, I would have probably been in a very rough state as Breckenridge pulled up on me in the next few turns.
Yeah. Yeah, your left was
But-
breaking.
Yeah. But other than that, I think bit of a stressful game, but definitely fun. And yeah. Thanks for running it.
All right. Rosecrans?
Yeah, thanks. It was really good fun. Thanks to the umpires and the players. You guys did a really nice job. Yeah, things. There were a couple of hiccups here and there, which kind of had me a little bit nervous. I mean, there weren't really too many surprises from on the Confederate end, what the rebels ended up doing. But we had a couple of hang-ups. One of them was that our cavalry was supposed to protect Crittenden. Unfortunately, the cavalry retreated in the wrong direction early on, so that resulted in Crittenden being without any cavalry support for a couple of hours. So thankfully, we were able to reroute him over there to help him out, but unfortunately, that gap in support, I think, really hurt Crittenden. And the other thing was that McCook wanted to bring some extra reinforcements over towards the east side of Stones River, which had that unit remained over there, we would not have been able to resist the attack because we would have been out of reserves. So fortunately, we were able to get that division turned around. McCook said, "All right," and he gave him back to me, and I was able to plug him in to the to our right flank to ultimately turn back that rebel attack. So yeah, really good game. Thanks for the game. I guess the main question that I still have outstanding, I hope to hear from maybe the other CIC is, why did you attack? Did you consider defending? Was that an option? Because that was the thing that I was most afraid of. So I'd be interested to hear any thoughts on that. Thank you.
All right. Well, let's hear from Stanley real quick, and then we can answer that question. Go ahead, Stanley.
Okay, so I think I had an interesting game, but first I want to thank all the people umpiring and playing. Yeah, I did retreat the wrong way, and I was brought in as a quick sub, so not to cope, but I think that contributed to some of the ill preparedness of me.
Yeah, you were thrown in
think
very last
I
minute.
came back and helped, and if we continued, I think I'd have a good role at the end of the game with my position. So yeah, I mean, sorry I have to say.
Yeah, the Confederates had their orders were to be aggressive because they knew the Union was temporarily weak while Crittenden wasn't quite there. And I like games where both sides are trying to be aggressive, whereas one's defensive and one's aggressive. So I often make objectives that way. But anyway, so he had orders to be on the aggressive side to try and defeat you before Crittenden could get there. So that's why.
That helps. I guess then, yeah, to me, the biggest opportunity missed was a rapid attack on our center. I think that, and maybe I guess this has maybe been discussed a little already, but if that attack in our center came in much earlier when our reserves were in the wrong place and our cavalry was in the wrong place, I think that we would have had a really bad time.
Yeah, I think so too. All right. Well, I appreciate everyone playing. This was a lot of fun. You're welcome to hang out and keep talking, and we'll see you in the next one, hopefully. See y'all.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, James.
Thank you.
Thank you.